You know, with a lot of the Ubisoft related conversation around their big restructuring and all this other stuff, I mean, it does have me thinking about Trackmania yet again. So maybe it's as good a day as any to dip in to at least a little bit of Trackmania. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's fire this up. I'm not sure. Like they were doing quarterly updates with new tracks and all this other stuff, but I'm not sure when the fall season arrived in the end of September. And I have not seen an update saying, "Hey, here's the new January maps or the winter 26 pack or whatever." But let's. Oh, okay. I pushed the launch button and it didn't launch, and it eventually just quit. Let's push that button again and see what happens this time. Ubisoft Connect has launched. It is initializing. Okay. I have the Ubisoft app staring at me. Hey everyone, Assassin's Creed Day 2025 is fast approaching, is the lead story on their app. Okay, there we go. People talking about me setting up a Trackmania server. So I have not joined a Trackmania server for this most recent Trackmania, which is now years old itself, that had a music plugin that was playing custom music. And if I can't have... I have this directory full of OGG files. I have this directory full of disgusting dubstep. And if I can't make the game play that music, I don't want to run a server. End of discussion. Oh, let's see here. Let's look at the current campaign, the fall campaign. Oh, I blew it. Okay. It seems like the best players in the world in Trackmania still play with a keyboard, which is glorious and insane. Uh-oh. Hooray. Is it looking framey on your end? It is not looking framey here. Yeah, the preview window does not look the best. Let's, what if we did this instead? Let's see if this looks any better. Does that look any better? Okay. I went from like game capture to window capture. Occasionally you find a game that just prefers one over the other, and I don't know. Hooray. Prestige skins. Why would I use these when the game has custom skin support for all kinds of cool stuff? Not the best. Oh. So slippery. So yeah, I mean, maybe the answer would be not to set up a Trackmania server, but maybe to set up like a Trackmania 2 Canyon server, or a Trackmania United Forever server if you really want to be fucking insane. But I don't know, like there's, you know, obviously, you know, I have the bandwidth here at home to run a game server, but like there's stuff around, you know, reverse proxying, tunneling, like, you know, like exposing my home network to the entirety of the internet is not something I'm interested in doing. So, you know, and there's a lot about network administration and all of that stuff that I don't know enough about to feel comfortable doing. It's something I would love to learn. But it's not something that I have a firm handle on right now. And so I know like you can set up a Cloudflare tunnel without too much work, but I think that only works. You can't use that with UDP. It only works for like HTTP, like web-based services and stuff. And so, probably the actual answer would be to just like rent a box somewhere and, or not even I guess it's not even a box. It's a fucking VM on a box somewhere, and spin up servers there instead. That's probably the actual safer way to do that. And there are companies, I think, that'll still let you spin up Trackmania servers just like at the touch of a button, which is the last time I was running a server, that's what I was doing. But that was the way they charged for it was fucking ridiculous. Like the way they decided how much you owed them was bad. And I did at one point pay a company to host a Trackmania 2 server. or rather to host a modern current Trackmania server. And they stiffed me. The server didn't work. I'm following my ghost into the water over and over again. The server didn't work, and they would not provide any tech support. They would not answer my, like, hey, this Trackmania server I'm renting from you does not work at all. They just basically completely ghosted me. And so I filed a thing with... I did at one point go to my credit card company and say, hey, I got fucking ripped off. And they... I don't know what the actual resolution was there. If they ever got me my money back or not. Now that I think about it. Not getting gold on this one. Ba-ba. Oh, can I not continue on to the next set of tracks unless I get more? No, okay. It just, after 5, it bumps you out, I see. Okay. Yeah, I remember when this game first came out, there was talk about the custom server stuff, because the server infrastructure has changed a lot in this game as opposed to the last ones, because Ubisoft will just host, like, if I wanted to go create a fake server and basically like a playlist of tracks, I could spin that up as a server whenever anyone wanted to play it. But it's all official assets and official, you know, or you can use user-created tracks, but I can't do like custom scoreboard plugins and all the other insane shit that makes Trackmania. And so to me, that's kind of pointless. Now, if you self-host a Trackmania 2020 server, you do get access to more of the experience, but I don't know that a music plugin exists for this game's custom servers. Oh, right. Yeah, that was a big hole in the ground, huh? Do they still sell planets or whatever? No, you don't. The era of planets is over. Mania Planet. And just set up a Shoutcast server that runs the music? Yeah. Just run that on Mixler. Oh, that was the end. I was like, I thought I had to do another loop there. You researched over 6 hours on how to get games like Trackmania running smooth on stream, and you found that it was almost impossible unless you use VSync and capture cards. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is running better than it was the other with the other way I was capturing it a minute ago, but it's there's probably something to be said for limiting the frame rate of the running game, which I am not doing. But yeah, I miss the chaos of this is a good Trackmania game. I mean, and they've supported it well, and I think the things they're doing with it are fascinating. And you still can run your own servers. So if we go through this, I think every time I stream this game, which is not very often. But anytime you see a server here like this, where it doesn't have a cap on the number of connected players, that's one that Ubisoft is running. That's one that they are running. And so it's just like a list of tracks. It's just a playlist, and you can connect to it. Anything that has a player cap on it is a server someone is running somewhere. And so, we can go play some of these unlimited LOL tracks. LOL Adventures number 21. That popped up in the Windows security thing when I hit join room there. Always good. And so here you do see some of the fun of actual Trackmania. Oh God. With the ongoing leaderboard stuff and map rankings and all of that fun stuff, but you still aren't getting custom music. How are people flying up here like that? What am I'm missing something. Oh God. Bug slide. Yeah, there is Trackmania related tech that I am simply not familiar with in a lot of cases, and so my guess here is I'm not gonna be able to finish this one at all. I don't know. I'm an enthusiastic fan of Trackmania in like a very specific way that in a lot of cases does not line up with actual, dedicated Trackmania players, if that makes any sense. Like I love this game, but I don't care about esports. I think that, especially now that this game is part of the fucking Saudi stuff, like that's just gross on top of it. A leverless, yeah. I mean, if people are using keyboard, you're right. If people are using keyboards, I bet a leverless would be like a really interesting way to play this game. Am I trying to bug slide? I don't know. People just said hit the gas and the brake and turn left, and so I'm kind of doing that. I don't know what the fuck a bug slide is, so yes. Sure. Hold those inputs on the grass and don't release them. Yeah, that's... Yep, that's kind of what I'm doing. It's fine. Yeah, they're getting distance and speed off of this thing in a way that I really can't comprehend. Okay, there. Yeah, we're kind of getting. We got a little bit more speed there. Oh, they got a new end of race screen. But I like the nonsense, you know. That was actually one of the most fun things about running a Trackmania server is that people would join it, and especially if I was streaming it, and so like a bunch of people would join in, and so it would be like the most populated server running in Trackmania 2 Canyon or whatever at the moment. Trackmania traditionalists would join it and get extremely fucking angry because it was a mix of different styles of tracks. It wasn't like all full speeds or all this or all that, and some of the tracks were fucking terrible, and that was kind of fun. It was fun that some of the tracks were terrible, and so, but like people would join and go, skip this bullshit track, what is this garbage? And like people would get irate because they have such a rigid definition of what Trackmania should be. Cowards, suckers. But that was yeah, that was the fun part about running a Trackmania server. Yeesh. All right, I'm not gonna. At some point, the LOL tracks became 2L and 2O for me to handle. Yeah, oh, by the way, you can change cars mid-race now. That's a thing they put in at some point. Ah, okay, now we're over here. Anyway. Yeah, hot tracks like Star Wars Metallica. The hits. Yeah. We figured it out. Yeah, I'm not. I am extremely out of practice. And honestly, like the track design and some of the new pieces they've put into this game over the seasons are pretty awesome. And I am like just unfamiliar with how this stuff is supposed to look anymore. So just sight reading a track is something I'm way worse at now, I guess I would say. Oh. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe the answer would be to, you know, to set up a... Oh, God. Now we've gone and done it. Maybe the answer would be to set up a Trackmania 2 server. Well, you know, maybe the answer would be to set up a Shootmania server, right? I mean, if we're really gaming here... This will probably be kind of a pain in the ass because I will have to configure controls again, I'm betting. Yes, performing the appropriate sacrifices and rituals to run a Questmania server, sure. Hang on, I've got to install Direct Play onto this PC. Let me... Oh, boy. I'm trying to log into Trackmania and United Forever. And I have to figure out what my password was. Okay, there's my Mania Planet login. There. What the hell? tmforever.exe. There we go. All right, 500 coppers to take a new start in the game. Welcome back to Trackmania. This is still the best menu music that Trackmania has had, I think. All right, now this is gaming. Oh God. This is gaming! All right, I see some bars in the upper right moving and there's no music being played. So my hope is that when we respawn, it will start a song. But we'll have to see here. Let's let that bar fill. I think that's also like other people's custom car models and stuff that are being downloaded there. It's not just music. Oh boy. Oh, the arrows were pointing the other way there. And I probably can't do this at this speed. What button do I... Yeah, yeah! See, this is what we're missing as a people. Nope. Man. We need to turn the game audio down a little bit. I'm a simple man. The current Trackmania is inferior to this in a specific way, as long as it does not allow users to bring their own fucking custom fucking trashy Eurodance fucking hard style Goa and Gabber and all the other fucking trash like bring it all. If I can't listen to the worst possible fucking scooter remixes of all time, then what are we even doing? Is that even Trackmania anymore? I don't think so. All right, we got off finish. Oh, right, I can't change any resolution stuff. I mean, this is probably set to where it needs to be set to. Trackmania is not fucking Saudi Arabian esports blood money. It's fucking that's Trackmania. Look at all that. It's a screen full of important information. You get like your one silent run on the track before the music is finished downloading. You know, you get to think it through a little bit. Nope, that was not what those arrows were indicating. All right, here we go. Oh, did it not download? So it's kind of the other weird thing about the way Trackmania serves files is you provide it with a list of URLs. And so sometimes a track would have music built in, but like then the author of that track would realize like, oh, I don't have the bandwidth to serve up, 8 million copies of this fucking music that I don't even own. My ISP is very angry at me, and the file would go offline, and then the track would just be silent forever. I don't know if that's what's happening here, or if it's just if it will show. There we go. Sure. Ah! Yeah, the weirdly horizontally stretched looking font on players' names, like this is Trackmania. Don't get me wrong, current Trackmania is a hell of a game. The way they're updating it, the way they've made a good free version of it over time and finally figured that stuff out in terms of monetizing it, like it makes sense. But they sacrificed a lot of the juice of the earlier games. What do you think? Can I still get even if it's a bad finish? Can I still? There. I mean, still 16th place, but... Yes, this is a white jeans video game. You got to put on a pair of white jeans. And talk about how much you also like the metal music. Maybe my kids should play Trackmania. I mean... Maybe I could get them started on, like, Trackmania Turbo. This game is still beautiful. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's oh. There's a purity, and I think, like, it's in some ways, this game is... There is a unity here between the developers of the game and the people who play it. With a lot of the, the server, the custom server stuff, the plugin infrastructure, Fuck.
Physical interactions, such as laughing, crying, marching, or dancing together. Humans are universally drawn to music. It consoles us when we are sad, brings us up in happier times, and bonds people together.
So true.
This is the power of emotion.
Oh, man. I think when you pair this music with it, and a lot of the music that appears on custom servers, if I were to stereotype it, is you know, vaguely like this, if not exactly like this. This is the, in some ways, this feels like the most Amiga experience possible, if that makes any sense. And the core game without mods doesn't quite feel the same way, right? But like, right now it feels like we are inside the demo scene. Uh-oh. And I feel like the best Trackmania tracks are often like these. These tracks tend to elicit a certain amount of like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, like constantly. Of like, oh, I'm not gonna make it up there again. Again with the not making it up there. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I am always wondering.
Scholars have searched, asked this very question. Songs facilitate emotional bonding and even physical interaction, such as laughing, crying, marching.
I mean, I am the worst player who finished, but I still finished. I got 0 LP for it, though, which I feel a lot of the way this game handles rankings and stuff. Bummer. happened there? That was real weird. It's got a weird camera stuff at the start. All right. I think this is on a free server too. So like, you know, so I'm playing Trackmania United Forever, but that is just the paid version of Trackmania Nations Forever, which is the free game. And I think you have less access to some servers or whatever, but like everyone who's playing this game is pretty much doing it for free. And so I am assuming that you can still get this on Steam. They haven't like removed it from the store or anything. So you could probably just go download Trackmania Nations Forever for free right now. And live the good life. And yeah, Nations only has the stadium motif, and good news, that's the only one anyone cares about. Right at the end, real devious. The other, yes, I don't mean to say that the other styles and cars are bad, but like the number of players and like the number of people who care about those other ones has always been dwarfed by the interest in Stadium. That's why the Trackmania 2 stuff was so weird, because when they separated them out, like it just seemed like way fewer people were making tracks for Valley or whatever, right? Ah! Yep. I think maybe I'm now curious. Speaking of Trackmania 2, what does that look like these days? So yeah, there's Stadium, Lagoon, Valley, and Canyon for Trackmania 2, and then eventually they unified them all in a weird way. Like that is the height of Mania Planet's fucking insanity, is the way that they handled the Trackmania 2 stuff. Okay, let's Auto HDR is on. Oh, thank God. Yeah, they had and there was a launcher, and like, so eventually they got to a point where you could have servers that had tracks from different disciplines on the same thing. And I think originally you could not do that. All right, it's downloading some stuff here. I'm just going to wait for it to get in game before I... Yes, download Shootmania Storm. What are we... Okay, like it. $1,400 planets. And so eventually you got this launcher where they had all these different little windows you could put the different games into. And I guess this is the free stuff. Whatever's happening at the moment is... Oh, I forget what they ended up... Because they ended up doing this in such a way that, like... The game's dead. I mean, I don't know. 1,600 players played it today. 218 players are online right now. Like, that's... For a game as old as this one... Dead is probably not the word I would use. Trackmania is now available on consoles and on cloud platform. What? Look at here. We got some full speed tracks here. 26 players. That's more than enough. Okay, for this I need to remap some buttons, I believe. Okay, crazy how much, like, just the fidelity of this game compared to Nations. It's kind of wild. Though I think I prefer the vibes musically of the server we were on before. You know? This is still all right. Don't get me wrong. Ah, man. Man. But again, you know, servers full of way too much information and custom music. This game still had what mattered. Do I plan on getting my kids into house music? You know, I don't know. I don't know what to do when it comes to music and the kids. Because they kind of just want to listen to kids' music. You know, shit from Disney movies and wait, more recently, the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack. Sometimes I'll try to put something on, you know, like I'm thinking about like upbeat music. Like what's good music for kids? It's just kind of upbeat, like wiggle around and dance kind of music. And that ultimately always leads me to the Venga Boys. And the reception to the Venga Boys has been mixed. Sometimes they're into it, sometimes they're feeling it. The baby's way into it. When I put on any kind of like music that's got like a driving beat to it, the baby goes nuts for it. But the other two, they're not. They're not as receptive to it. No. Is music going to download, or are we doomed to race in silence? Yeah, maybe this one's just, you know, like I said, over time, like, you would have maps that had links to music embedded directly in them, and if that file ever gets deleted off the server, it's never going to find music ever again. But it's going to expect it to be there, and so instead of it loading something off the server, the server's list of music URLs, it just stays quiet. Which, yeah, we're not going to make that. We're not going fast enough. Also, I'm trying not to let the kids hear a bunch of curses, and so, you know, like, there's a lot of, you know, hip-hop or whatever that I would like to listen to, but I don't get to listen to it as often anymore because these damn kids are around. Ugh. I can't focus. I don't know what I'm looking at, but that's not where we're going. There will come a time when the... Yeah, did you appreciate my bug slide? Thank you. I've been working on it. There will come a time when the kids will have heard things. They'll have heard enough things that I'll go like, whatever. You've been tainted by society, and so here's my favorite 2 Live Crew records. No, I don't know. I see. Let's look at the GPS for this one, because I'm just curious. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a beautiful looking game. You know, just nice high speed, just... Like, it's effective. It's like visually very effective. You know? And I think, and it runs at, you know, it runs at a ridiculous fucking frame rate and all of that stuff. And modern Trackmania, I think, still looks good too, but you know, I think as they've gotten into more custom blocks and designs and stuff, and you see all these elaborate castles and things all around you, like, I don't know, man. There's something about the utilitarian and unchanging nature of the stadium environment that there's an economy to that I appreciate. Boom. You just found out they made some of these for Wii and DS. Yeah, man. Yeah, the DS games are funny. I mean, you know, it's single player Trackmania primarily, and you know, that's only interesting up to a point, I find. And you know, no online, so. There is also Trackmania Turbo, which is available for PC and current consoles. I think it was a PS4 game originally, but Trackmania Turbo is like a consoleized take on this experience that is kind of missing out on what makes this game so great. But it has some interesting ideas about some of the Trackmania mechanics and some other stuff like that, like modes and like but it has a visual motif, like a visual style to it, like a pinball game, and I think it's really an awesome, great fit for what Trackmania is. Like on that front, I think they did a really good job. It has a great soundtrack. It's licensed music, like break bots on there and some other stuff that's like it's great. And you can play that game has VR support as well, which is, you know, not which is you know, it's a little intense. But yeah, it's like a bunch of Ed Banger stuff on the soundtrack that's fucking awesome. Like they miss the true magic of Trackmania by making it such a console focused thing. But like, if you like the Trials games, Trackmania Turbo has, you know, some commonalities there and like a really great art style and all of that. The catch there is that, you know, you would need to have friends who are also playing it so you can kind of battle for leaderboard positionings and whatever. You saw an Ed Banger showcase as a festival in Spain back in the day. Uffy was so drunk she could barely stand upright. It was a total mess. That sounds about right. Uffy is still putting out some music here and there. She seems like she's in a much better place as a person nowadays. Oh. The lack of music here is driving me insane. We have to go back. Ah, too low. You got any cheeky mini tech maps? Oh, you do? All right, well, I'm interested in this. So this is just the default soundtrack, which is not why we're here. Would rejoining the server fix it? Probably not. It's probably just something with that specific level or whatever that is not working properly. But you know, when the next track loads, next level loads, I should say, it may very well work. And we got castles here too. This is like a, you know, bouncy castle. Totally different. The tracks on the soundtrack are not terrible, but like, you know, for the number of hours you want to play Trackmania, you kind of don't. You need more. And they've always made it very easy for you to turn down the music so you can play your own, but I find the idea of like, no, like the server needs to inflict the music onto players. The server needs to be dictating the tone of their server musically as well as from the selection of levels. And I think that's one of the weird, cool things about Trackmania is that you can do that, you know? Let's go back to this. Old LOL maps. Ah, the classics. Look at that. I mean, you know, you got this many servers with, you know, more than 10 players on them. Like, it's pretty fucking good, man. All these years later. Let's see if this one has music. Some stuff is downloading. It has a track listed up there in the corner. It's got some musica. I can tell you its Swatch internet time is accurate. It is 901 beats. Uh-oh. The flavors of the world on display. It's truly Trackmania united forever. You wonder if anyone uploads their self-made music? I mean, yes. This is fine, but I need more. So let's try this one. 8 minutes plus extend. 8 minutes is a long time. Also, there are 6 tracks on it.
Hearts on fire, burning bright, on the edge of existence.
Get there.
Take my hand to paradise. Open your eyes.
So fly with me to ecstasy. We'll make a start.
Oh, this stuff is
Nothing can stop us. So light a dream to destiny.
yeah. Oh.
We're made of stardust. Nothing is stopping us
Yeah, this sucks, but I'm into it. Okay, all right. I'm back on board. Back on board. Oh.
So fly with me to paradise.
So write a dream. We're made of stardust. Nothing is stopping us now.
Yeah, I guess the song's over. It's kind of soft now, I guess, but it's fading out. Wait a minute.
Nothing is stopping.
Just like bouncing off these pipes and flying into the sky.
Hearts on fire, burning
11th place.
only.
I think my problem with this game is, you know, like and it's a me problem for sure, but like after I get a few good finishes on a track, like even if I'm not in first place, I reach a point with it where it's like, okay, like this song is looping and it's going to play for another 3 minutes and I want to hear what's next. And I want to see the track that's next. Nope, that's not gonna get it done. Overshoot it.
So fly with me to paradise.
So write a dream. We're made of stardust. Nothing is stopping us now.
That's not gonna get it done. hit the wrong button there and did not mean to reset. Horrible mistake. That one might have gone. That one might have gone. All right, let's see the next track and then probably wrap it up after that.
This is cocaine speaking.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Open up the door, it's real.
Stick it up, yo. Yeah. Stick it up, yo. Yeah.
Also, this is running at 700 frames per second right now. Taking full advantage of this 360 hertz monitor. Finally. Finally.
It all starts with something new. Something you believe in. A vision. An idea. And a dream.
Ugh! Yes, a vision, an idea, and a dream.
Rise.
That didn't hit it right.
Crowned and conquered. And where others fall, the legend pushes on and rises to greatness.
Like it sounds like an ad for a seminar. The Warriors. Ignite the fire within. Make heaven crowded. Acquire the fire. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, if you can maintain speed through there, you can take that upper exit and get out faster, but...
It all starts.
All right. All right.
Something new.
Anyway, I just, you know, I hope this illustrates for you. You could be doing this, like right now. You could be playing this yourself right now. There's nothing stopping you. They're selling a bundle of all the Nadeo era Trackmania games for just $125. No, but you can get United, which is what I was running there. I was running United Forever there, which is the paid game. But you can get, yeah, Trackmania Nations Forever is still free. And I'm sure you can just download it directly, even if you didn't want to get it on Steam, but it is on Steam. And it looks like it's still there. I don't see any, I don't see any like delisting or anything like that. So, you can get this hot 2008 Trackmania Jam. And join in yourself. Yeah, Jay says, I think this was Stadium Environment, which was the free one. Yeah, Stadium was always the free environment. And so all the created tracks got made for Stadium because most of the servers were just running Stadium. And so even if you paid for the game, like you still spent 95% of your time on Stadium tracks, I found. Just because that's where all the action was in terms of user created maps and everything else. So yeah, that is my recommendation to you. That's not it's like we got into this because we were talking about all the weird Ubisoft stuff today. I think current Trackmania is good too, but every time I revisit old Trackmania and just see how much more bananas, how much more bananas it was and still is. Yeah, I don't know. They kind of they filtered some of that out in current Trackmania, and that's a bummer. But good news, you can get the raw, uncut shit for free, or you can buy, you can buy United and play that one too. It's or you can buy the Trackmania 2 stuff, which is that there's still people playing that too. You just go buy Trackmania 2 Stadium for how much they want for that. For just Stadium, $10. Yeah, $10 for just Stadium, which is probably where most of the players are in Trackmania 2 as well. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'll be back on Friday to rank some 8-bit Nintendo games. So come on through then, and yeah, I will see you soon. I was going to stream the Microsoft thing tomorrow, but they're going to turn my power off for something. Upgrades, because they hate me. I don't know. But yeah, unless there's some weird, unless they're wrong and they're not going to turn off the power, then, maybe I'll do something then. But anyway, I'm going to get going. Bye.